You know, I was sitting in a coffee shop the other day, and I watched something fascinating. A woman was ordering her drink, and the barista asked what size she wanted. Simple question, right? But instead of answering, she turned to her friend and said, "What am I getting?" Her friend said medium, so she ordered medium. Then the barista asked if she wanted any flavoring. Same thing. She looked at her friend. Her friend suggested vanilla. Vanilla it was. I watched this woman literally outsource every single decision about her own coffee to someone else. And I thought to myself, if we can't even decide what goes in our own cup, how are we supposed to decide what goes in our own lives? Here's what nobody wants to admit. Most of us, and I mean most of us, are walking around every single day letting other people think for us. We're letting society program our minds like we're some kind of biological computer, and whoever gets to us first gets to install their software. Your parents installed some programs. Your teachers installed some programs. Your friends, your coworkers, social media, the news, they're all installing programs. And you're just sitting there running whatever code got downloaded, wondering why your life doesn't feel like it's yours. Now, I know what you're thinking, but I do think for myself. I make my own choices. Sure you do. Let me ask you something. When was the last time you had an original thought? And I don't mean a thought you agreed with or a thought that felt right. I mean a thought that you actually examined, questioned, tested against reality, and then consciously chose to adopt or reject. If you're struggling to answer that, welcome to the club. It's a very crowded club. We've got jackets. The truth is, most people don't realize they're not thinking for themselves because not thinking for themselves feels comfortable. It feels safe. It's like being on autopilot. And autopilot is easy. You don't have to make hard choices. You don't have to take responsibility. You don't have to be wrong. You just do what everyone else is doing, believe what everyone else is believing, and hope it all works out. Spoiler alert, it rarely does. Let me tell you what the price of not thinking for yourself actually is. Because this is important. The price isn't just that you live someone else's life, although that's bad enough. The price is that you never discover who you actually are. You never find out what you're truly capable of. You spend your entire existence as a photocopy of other people's ideas. And here's the kicker. Photocopies always come out blurry. You end up being a less vibrant, less interesting, less authentic version of someone else's vision. You become an extra in your own movie. Think about it this way. Every single achievement, every breakthrough, every innovation in human history came from someone who decided to think differently than everyone around them. The Wright brothers didn't check with the neighbors before building an airplane. Steve Jobs didn't take a survey before putting 1,000 songs in your pocket. Rosa Parks didn't ask permission before keeping her seat. These people paid the price of thinking for themselves, and yes, there is a price. But they also collected the reward, which is a life that actually meant something. Now, let's talk about why this happens. Because understanding the mechanism is how we break free from it. There's a psychological principle called social proof. It's hardwired into our brains because back in the caveman days, doing what everyone else was doing kept you alive. If everyone's running away from the saber-toothed tiger, you should probably run too. You don't need to independently verify the existence of the tiger. Just run. That instinct saved us from extinction. But here's the problem. We're not running from tigers anymore. We're trying to build meaningful lives. And that requires something completely different. It requires independent thought. Your brain is still using that ancient software, though. It's still looking around, seeing what everyone else is doing, and assuming that's the right move. Everyone's going to college, so you should go to college. Everyone's getting married by 30, so you should get married by 30. Everyone's buying houses they can't afford and working jobs they hate, so you should probably do that too. Right? Wrong. Dead wrong. But your brain doesn't know that because your brain is running on firmware from the Stone Age. Here's another piece of the puzzle. There's something called the path of least resistance. Water flows downhill because it's easier than flowing uphill. Your thoughts do the same thing. Thinking for yourself is hard. It requires energy. It requires you to question things. It might require you to stand alone. It might require you to be wrong. It might require you to look weird. So your brain takes the easy route. It adopts pre-packaged beliefs like they're items on a menu. I'll have the conventional wisdom with a side of popular opinion, please. No cooking required. And let's be honest about something else. We're living in a world that actively discourages independent thinking. The education system doesn't reward you for questioning. It rewards you for memorizing and regurgitating. Social media doesn't reward nuance and careful thought. It rewards hot takes and tribal loyalty. The workplace doesn't celebrate people who challenge the status quo. It celebrates people who follow the procedures. We build a society that mass produces conformity, and then we wonder why everyone feels lost and unfulfilled. So what do we do about it? How do you actually start thinking for yourself? I'm going to give you a framework, and it's simpler than you think. But simple doesn't mean easy. Step 1. Start questioning your own beliefs. And I mean really questioning them. Pick a belief you hold, any belief, and ask yourself, why do I believe this? If your answer is because everyone says so, or because that's how I was raised, or because that's just how things are, congratulations, you found a belief you didn't actually choose. Now you get to decide if you want to keep it. This isn't about becoming a contrarian who rejects everything just to be different. This is about becoming conscious. You're taking your beliefs out of the shadows and examining them in the light. Step 2. Expose yourself to different perspectives. And not just perspectives you already agree with. That's not exposure. That's confirmation. Seek out people who think differently than you. Read books by authors who would drive you crazy at a dinner party. Watch documentaries that challenge your worldview. The goal isn't to adopt these new perspectives. The goal is to stress test your own. If your beliefs can't withstand scrutiny, they're not beliefs. They're just comfortable assumptions. Step 3. Practice making small decisions independently. Start with the little stuff. Order what you actually want at the restaurant, not what your friend recommended. Choose a movie you want to watch, not the one with the most stars on Netflix. Wear the outfit that makes you feel good, not the one that's trending. These might seem trivial, but they're not. You're building a muscle. You're training your brain to trust your own judgment. And like any muscle, it gets stronger with use. Step 4. Get comfortable with being wrong. This is huge. This is maybe the biggest one. Most people won't think for themselves because they're terrified of being wrong. But here's the secret. Everyone is wrong. All the time. About so many things. The people you're outsourcing your thinking to, they're wrong too. They're just more confident about it. When you think for yourself, you will make mistakes. You will choose wrong sometimes. And that's fine. That's how you learn. That's how you grow. Being wrong is the tuition you pay for wisdom. Step 5. Find your North Star. Figure out what you actually value, not what you're supposed to value. Do you actually care about having a big house and a fancy car? Or is that just what success is supposed to look like? Do you actually want kids? Or is that just what people do? Do you actually enjoy your career? Or are you just good at it? Get brutally honest with yourself about what lights you up, what drains you, what feels authentic, and what feels like performance. Once you know your values, decisions become easier because you have a compass. You're not just drifting with the current anymore. Step 6. Surround yourself with people who think for themselves. This is critical. You become like the people you spend time with. If you're surrounded by people who just repeat whatever they heard on the news or saw on social media, guess what you'll start doing? But if you surround yourself with curious people, questioning people, people who read and think and discuss and challenge, you'll elevate your own thinking. Find your tribe of independent thinkers, even if it's just 1 or 2 people at first. Here's what I want you to do right now. today. Before you click away from this video, I want you to pick one belief you've never questioned and question it. Just one. Write it down. Ask yourself where it came from. Ask yourself if it's actually true. Ask yourself if it serves you. You don't have to change it. You just have to examine it. That's your homework. That's your first step toward thinking for yourself. And look, I get it. This is uncomfortable. Breaking free from the herd always is. There will be people who don't like it when you start thinking for yourself. They'll call you difficult. They'll say you've changed. They'll try to pull you back into the comfortable consensus. Let them. Their discomfort is not your responsibility. Your life is your responsibility. The beautiful thing about thinking for yourself is that it compounds. Every independent thought makes the next one easier. Every decision you make based on your own values strengthens your confidence. Every time you choose authenticity over conformity, you become more fully yourself. And eventually, you look around and realize you're not living someone else's life anymore. You're living yours. The only one you get. So here's my challenge to you. Start today. Pick that one belief. Question it. Then come down to the comments and tell me what you discovered. Tell me what you're questioning. Tell me what you're struggling with. Let's build a community of people who actually think, who actually question, who actually live on purpose instead of on autopilot. And if this resonated with you, if this lit something up inside, subscribe to this channel because we're going to keep having these conversations. We're going to keep challenging the assumptions. We're going to keep thinking for ourselves. Remember, the price of not thinking for yourself is living a life that was never yours to begin with. That's too high a price. You're worth more than that. You're capable of more than that. Now go prove it.